welcome to Comment Cocktails. I'm your host, Derrick Schommer. Ian Andrews right there.
Mastiha right here.
Mastiha. So we've got FOS or FOS Mastiha. This is a Greek liqueur made from this shrub that cries.
And they harvest the tears of the shrub.
And they
sap.
And they then turn it into, you know, bottled courage.
So, tree tear liquor.
Tree tear. Want to pour some of that? So this is a product of Greece. It's kind of unfamiliar to us. I'm sure it's unfamiliar with most of our viewers, which is what makes this show so cool, because we get to try stuff for the first time and see what happens.
So it said best served in a chilled shot glass. So.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So what
I read that and I didn't read that, but I didn't read very good. English is only my first language.
English is hard.
It is.
So I just put some. We had some crushed ice left over from a recipe
cocktail.
we just did. So I just threw some crushed ice in there, and it'll probably water it down a little bit, but it'll be chilled.
Oh, but it's so you can see. Is that syrup or it's like sugar? You see how it's like?
Yeah, you get that swirly effect from the.
Yeah.
It looks kind of thick when you were pouring it.
When you pour like a syrup in there.
Yeah.
What is the potency of this bad boy?
I don't know.
It's 28% alcohol, so that is probably a sugary
Yeah.
type thing going on in there.
Well, if it's like a sap, you know, from a tree, you would think there must be some sugar in there because it comes out as a.
Probably like some natural
Sticky,
sugars, but
right?
I'm guessing they had to add some sugars because I'm guessing it's not.
Smell it, dude.
No, I smell this.
Oh, really?
It smells like tree.
It
That
does.
sounds like tree.
It smells like
It reminds me of my childhood when I'm logging and harvesting logs
like
in
an
northern
earthy,
Maine.
sappy evergreen smell.
Yeah.
Or when you bring in our Christmas tree.
So
Or when I bring in your Christmas tree.
I'm sure it's all over your hands. And you're like, all right. From what I read, it's very unique.
That's very unique.
What I
It's
read
herbal.
is it's going to be being used more from, you know, people are looking at it from a signature cocktail. Like if you own a bar,
This is going to give you definitely a unique
Nobody's
flavor
gonna know.
profile in your cocktail.
it's not that sweet, is it?
I think it is quite sweet, actually.
Is that sweet? It's hard because the flavor doesn't taste like sugar.
It reminds me of Benedictine minus the complexity, minus
The herbal-
the heavy herbalness. I mean, there's
Yeah.
herbalness in here, but it's not as heavy as like
This-
Benedictine is or
this seems-
chartreuse.
Earth forward flavors. Like this is like Tree Hugger Central. This is
Yeah, this is your hippie shot right here.
dude, that'd be awesome. This is what the hipsters are drinking. And maybe they are.
No,
I mean,
not hipster. Hippie. Hippie shooter. Earthy, crunchy,
shooter.
hug a tree, hippie.
hipsters don't like trees.
Goddamn hippies!
Yeah, but think about it. It also fits for the hipsters because it's not.
Because people don't know about it. It's not
don't know
mainstream
about it.
yet.
It's not mainstream.
It fits all the hippie and hipsters.
Put it this way, I couldn't even figure out what the price was.
Because you can't find it.
I find
You did a
stuff
search,
about
right?
it, but everybody doesn't put a price, so I don't know. Maybe if I can find one, I'll write it in the text.
It's kind of piney.
But not
But the same-
juniper-like.
No, it's piney, but it's earthy at the same time.
It almost has like perfume smell to it,
Mm.
like or taste actually. Like it's got a little bit of a
It's herbal and floral.
floral perfume,
Yeah.
but at the same time, I'm just envisioning evergreen tree bark. Like if you're in an
Yeah.
a pine forest, like
And you ever had the inclination to try chew on some sap? Because that's what the old settlers used to do for gum. Chew on pine sap.
you learned something today.
They might have mixed it with something, I'm not sure.
Like marijuana.
I don't think Warren was around back then.
I don't know. It's very different. It's hard to describe because I can't align it with another product. Like it doesn't have the juniper flavor.
No.
It doesn't have Benedictine. I guess
It
is
seems like
closest.
a second or third cousin to gin, though. To a gin liqueur, you know what I mean?
Because it has the tree taste, but not the juniper leaf vibrancy. I think sap.
And like the
seriously.
smallest hint of citrusiness. But not really. I don't know, it makes me think citrus, but it's not really there.
It's probably from the sugars. I mean, it smells like it tastes.
It's got a little bit of a bite, too, on your tongue. There's like a...
That's alcohol talking?
No, like... Not like an ethanol, but like an astringent, piney taste.
That might be why they have the sugars in there to kind of curb that back so it's not too bitter. Because I mean, trees to me taste. When I think tree, I think of bitter, earthy
I
flavor.
almost get that, you know, that sweet and low saccharin flavor? I almost get that on the very tip of my tongue when I first drink it.
Dude, it smells so different. I just want to keep smelling it, and I can't align it with anything. But yeah, I guess the saccharin or...
The more I drink it, the more I get that saccharin flavor.
I don't know what saccharin's made out of. Is it something from Greece?
It's chemical.
Yeah, it's
I
all
don't know.
fake.
I've probably had my fair share. You drink a lot of saccharin, don't you?
It's an artificial sweetener.
Yeah, but you drink that.
I have in the past.
Oh, not like now? Not like this minute, but when you have a coffee right now. Do you even drink coffee?
I put like Splenda in there, but that's not saccharin.
You're right. I remember you did something funky, like something that's fake.
Yeah, something fake that dissolves quick. That's all I need. I just
Stevia.
want quick dissolving so I can drink it fast.
Yeah.
Get my caffeine.
I don't know. There's the only thing I can say is you would have to buy this to understand this.
Yeah. Or
because
try it if you can.
if
If
you
you
can
have
find a
access to it
place-
somewhere. I mean,
if you go to a bar and they've got that behind the bar and you will be the only one who knows what it is.
what's crazy is I got some on my hand and now it's like kind of pitchy,
Oh yeah,
like it's sticking.
I should.
Yeah.
You probably get that if you put candy on there too. You throw a gumball with your fireball there.
If I spill some simple syrup on my hand, same thing's gonna happen.
Yeah.
But it reminds me of pine pitch, just the way it sits now.
This would be, I guess, in a cocktail like kind of where you're going with it, where something like an herbal liqueur might be called for.
It's an accent flavor.
Yeah.
I think.
Oh, you would not. This would not be there's.
I can't picture this as a core. I mean, I'm sure you could find a way to make this the core spirit, but it's a liquor, so
There's
it's
always somebody who can do that.
yeah, it's gonna be pretty sweet, or you're gonna have to stiffen it up with something else. You know what I mean? If you want to go for a
assume,
well balanced
lemon,
cocktail.
maybe lemon. I don't know about lime. But you would use this in replacement of a Benedictine or an jeez.
It says to mix it with grapefruit juice, I believe. So.
Jägermeister. Grapefruit would be good because it brings the tart.
Yeah,
A little tart in the sweet tart type thing going
I
on.
love sweet tarts.
I know. Imagine that. How do you say it? Mastiha. Yeah,
Mastiha.
a Mastiha and tart. I think that part's unnecessary. It still keeps the flavor. It is not as sweet now, but it still keeps that unique flavor.
Yeah,
so
totally.
If you are, I think this would be
Puckery.
this type of product right now would be best for a bartender because
Yeah.
they can get creative with it. As a home user, it's going to be tricky. You have to really want to get creative.
Yeah, unless you're like a fan of the show and you're a creative user where you want to experiment, you want to try things, and because there's a bunch of people out there who watch who like to make their own drinks and they like to mix. And
Right.
We've gotten some great cocktail submissions from you guys out there using some different ingredients.
And I got one in this
wasabi
Oh, yeah,
based
yeah.
Bloody Mary with
Right.
hoisin sauce and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So
There are creative people.
Yes.
I think they're in the minority out of the
Sure.
the general populace that wants to be told, hey, this.
but that's what
this
puts
is a good
you
cocktail.
ahead of everybody else.
Right. That's why you watch, so that you can learn about
Yeah.
stuff like this and go find out how to get it, and then, or at least finding it's going to be challenging, I think, right now.
Yeah, that's the
But
hard part.
if you see it in the store, because it's got, and it should only have one of those circles.
Yeah,
should,
it doesn't look like eyes.
It
looks
should look
that.
like this. I don't know why they put two labels on it, but it should look like that. So
It
if
was
you see
probably
something
accidental,
like
and
that,
they figured, oh, that's a sample bottle now.
yeah.
We'll send
Like,
it to
oh,
Derrick.
well, let's give it to him. He's just going to put on a show, just like all the rest of the bottles we'll see in the store. So it'll look like that Greek Mastiha liqueur, FOS or FOS, and I don't know. If you want to get creative, pick it up. Otherwise, it's a pass. I think it's pretty unique.
Depending
I
on
get the unique ability to
depending on the
try
price
it.
of it, yeah. I wonder if this is like the Kleine Feeling, where
Oh, like in their country, it's like something that
It's
college
smelled.
kids drink. And
yeah,
Yeah.
like we did the review for Kleine Feeling, and Jen made a drink and everything, and we're
I don't know.
seriously experimenting with it, and then all the comments come in as like, oh, that is like
That's what you drink. When
that's what
you're
you drink when
stupid
you're
at
underage
16.
or you're stupid.
But you guys in your review said this would be like a shooter.
Yeah, it would be a
Yeah.
shooter. I don't think this is a shooter. I think this is
I could see this being like a brave shot. You know how people do Fernet and stuff like that.
yeah, because it's got that earthiness to it.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's true. All right. Well, there you go. Go out, see if you could find yourself a chance to sample it. Go to a bar, order and say, "What do you have for a recipe with that in it?" You will look like the hero because you know
and the
there's a
bartender's
bartender.
gonna look at you differently. That's
Right.
for sure.
The bartender will, from then on, they won't even care if you tip them. They're like, "This guy knows his crap." You walk in there, you say, "What can you make with that? I want to try some of the Mastiha. I heard it's pretty good." And then that bartender
I heard
probably,
it's pretty unique.
yeah, that bartender probably spent a lot of time building this like crazy unique recipe that he hands to his best customers. So I was like, "You want to try something different?"
Yeah. Or he doesn't even have one.
Yeah.
And he's kind of finalizing it, and you're going to be the guinea pig. Maybe
Yeah.
get it for free.
That's true. Look for some free shots by being the one, that guy, that awesome, or that chick, or whatever you
Person.
are. Yeah.
Or
that
dog, if you're a
transsexual,
dog.
or
Who
whatever.
knows?
Yeah, whatever.
Still a person if they're transsexual.
Right.
Stop dehumanizing people.
You just said dog. Anyway. You can go.
I can do dogs.
You know what? Just for this episode, there's one call to action this episode, and that's to go to patreon.com/CMC and become a Patreon subscriber. All right, we're teaching you how to drink. It's just like ice sculpturing, but more fun because you get to break stuff. Worst case, if it doesn't come out right or you break one oddly, then just